Okay, good.
Hi everyone, I'm here at Laurel Avenue Garden in Binghamton, and today we're going to extract a vine borer from a zucchini plant and hopefully save the plant from its death, because the borer, which has burrowed into the vine, will eat its way through the middle of the vine as it gets bigger and bigger, and the plant will die. Okay, so, oh no. Can we cut? Where did I put my, Okay, where's my safety pin? I think I got nervous and dropped it. There it is. So don't lose your safety pin. You need a sharp knife of some sort or scissors to cut through. You can see this frass, which is the excrement, F-R-A-S-S, the excrement of the vine borer. That's a telltale sign, as well as the cracked and yellowed stem and the wilting leaves. So you want to slice it open enough to get at the borer, and you can kind of help by cutting away some of the old leaves to make space. And I try to cut along the cracks that the borer has already made so that I'm doing less overall damage to the plant. And actually, if you just flip it over, you can see how damaged this vine is, and all of that frass.
Is anything left of it to hold it together?
There,
Not much.
I've watched a lot of videos, and the plants are surprisingly resilient. It would have been better to catch this earlier, because what it did is it started at the bottom and has eaten its way up. And so you can kind of, you can see the crack.
You should wrap your vine in gauze, and that would prevent it.
Yes, prevention.
Have you heard that?
Yes, prevention is all about preventing the little red and black vine borer moth from laying the eggs when the plant is a seedling, or removing the eggs themselves when you see them. However, that seems difficult. So I've heard people have good luck just wrapping with tinfoil or gauze, or even using little paper cups around the seedling. So right now I'm just investigating. It looks like, so part of the art of this is trying to guess where the vine borer or borers are at. And I'm guessing they're right up here, because they're eating where it's still fresh. You can see the cracks. And the plant can reroot at all of the leaf nodes. If you remove the borer and then bury it, you can help the plant heal. And this plant, I think, might still have a chance. I think it's on the brink. But, so just for the sake of being thorough, I'm starting at the bottom to investigate.
You could use a scalpel. Maybe I'll get you one from my clinic.
A scalpel would actually be very, very good.
Or even a utility knife.
Utility knife. I think there's probably nothing in there. So. You can see the guts. Yep, there's one.
Wow.
Demzo. Oops.
Death in the garden.
Yep. They do have to die. I don't think there's any really saving them. Because what'll happen is they'll just burrow back into the soil if you let it, and it'll just go right back inside if you don't kill it.
Right.
And what they do is so that's one, but there could be many more in here. So don't stop just because you got one.
How many did you get out of your plant?
I had, and these go for all squash plants. I had a zucchini plant that had 2, and unfortunately both my zucchini plants died. Only one of them was alive for me to try to do surgery on it, and that one didn't make it.
Once you cut it, it's still okay?
It's really not great for the, oh, there's a big one. Okay, I don't know if you can get the camera. Do you see him? That's a real big one. And they will try to squirm up and down the vine. Oh, is that another one? No, there's that one. They'll try to squirm up and hide in parts of the vine. Sorry, vine borer. We love you and all, but we love zucchini too. So there's two, and it really is this like game of hide and seek, and that's why I find this really useful too, because you can sort of do that just for good measure. You can sort of punch in a few places if you don't feel like you can cut everything open. I really like the needle because you can grab them without having to necessarily split it open fully. I find the needle useful. So I'm just kind of poking around to see, and you can kind of see like if you grab any like borer guts. Oops. Ooh, that's not good. Sorry, plant. And I kind of like stab up above where I cut just for good measure in case. But this is pretty high up the vine, so I don't want to slice the entire vine. Yeah, from my experience, they're not usually in the healthy looking parts. You can see the cracks. I do think for good measure we should check for like a third though, because this is so eaten. And like it does hurt the plant to slice it, but it's already, oh, yep, there's a third. Uh-huh. They're just hiding there really well. So it's always good to double check. And like,
so should we bury this to the node once you're done?
Definitely, because this plant is already in dire straits from being eaten alive, basically. Let's see, I mean, it's kind of cool. You can even see up the vine because they're hollow. I want to say we're in the clear, but I also want to be really thorough. Oh, nah, there's a fourth one.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're kind of like proportionate to the size of the plant. The bigger the plant, the bigger the potential grubs are, I've found just watching videos. The size of the grub is limited somewhat by the size of the plant, if you know what I mean. I'm thinking there could be another one hiding right there in a little.
Would it make sense just to take it off?
This entire...
That one shoot.
Well, it's kind of like I actually can see, because this is so eaten by the borers, I can see the entire inside. So I actually think it's okay looking at it from this angle. Yeah. That was 4. Look at
There's a lot.
All that frass. I have definitely touched frass with my bare hands in the past and didn't know what it was. It is larva poop. No, the thing that's still worrying me is whether there's any...
Well, why don't we just pull that whole thing up and then rebury it?
I think it's probably still getting
some nutrients.
A little bit of nutrients and water through here. It's actually kind of healed itself here, impressively.
Yeah. Right. Would it help to put it under the ground?
It will. I'm not gonna slice this because it's really hardened and like it's almost like scar tissue, it feels like. I'm just doing this just to be thorough in case there's anything hiding in there. It's like very hard and woody right there, so.
And would you feel it?
The borer?
Yeah, when you poke it like that?
No, you don't really feel it, but you do get like some of the guts.
I see.
I have read articles of people online of just like I couldn't find it, but I just took a needle up the whole stem, hoping I would kill it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so that if you can basically stab the larvae, even if you can't cut it out.
All right.
So what do you think?
Lesson
Should
learned.
we bury it?
Yeah, we're gonna bury this one.